Good morning, students. Today, after discussing the 8th poem, we shall move on to the next lesson, that is 9th one. I believe that books will never disappear. This is an interview. All of you have heard about the word interview. What is the difference between interview and chatting? Most of us chat with one another in the family or in the working place, in the bus stand, on mobile or other social media. So chatting has no particular aim. No particular aim or result. What is the result of chatting? The only result of chatting is probably passing the time and unfortunately wasting the time also. So, interview is subject oriented, result oriented and therefore a very important media to reach many people. To get a job, most of you will pass in the interview and then only you are selected. In the same way, you have seen in the social media interviewed by great personalities or interviews of the great personalities. So, the person who is being interviewed is George Luis Borges. George Luis Borges is from Argentina and he is a writer, essayist, poet and also translator. Born in 1899 and 1986 he died. He is a very famous writer, versatile writer we should say, who lost his eyesight in the mid of his age, in 40 somewhere. So after becoming blind, his life became more virtual, more interesting and fruitful according to Borges. Borges is being interviewed by Robert Alifano. Robert Alifano is a writer, a very famous translator. Born in 1943, Robert Alifano has roamed around the world giving lectures and he is known as a very good orator also. For some 10 years, he worked with George Luis Borges. So, during this period, he was very much influenced by Borges and thus he interviewed and the part of the interview is for us to discuss. So, this is an interview. Normally, in the interview, one is asked about the success, secret of success or reasons for failure, maybe the skills and strategies and plans. The same questions will come here in this interview also. The pre-reading question is very simple. That is about the difference between interview and chatting. We all know that interview is very subjective and result oriented. Therefore, interview is also nowadays considered as a variety type of literature. Earlier, the poems or the essays or the novels were considered as type of literature. Nowadays, even diary, a page of the diary is also literature and also interviews are also part of type of literature. So, let us begin the discussion the interview taken by Alifano of the great personality, Argentine person, translator George Luis Borges. The first question asked by Alifano is, what was your first literary reading? Literary reading. Literary reading in the sense we read many matters, but it is not necessary that they should be called as literature. We read alphabet, we read lessons, we read poems, or we also listen to the stories, folk tales, folklores, ballads and all. But literary reading is a reading which helped us to grow, written by some particular person or a story and legend that helps us to frame and form our character. So, Alifano is asked to Borges, what is your first literary reading? In fact, when we are some 3 or 4 years old, we begin reading. But it is not a serious kind of reading. And therefore, literary reading is the reading that we remember and also which has helped us to take the shape or part in our character. What does Borges says? He says his first reading was Grimm's Fairy Tales. Grimm's Fairy Tales. Grimm is the name of a person, writer who has written the fairy tales or stories. In the childhood, all of us are fancied and attracted towards the stories, or maybe related to the poems, the light poems, having some fun and humor. So, fairy tales, yes, everyone has listened to the tales. Nowadays, you can watch it on the social media. Various channels are there for the sake of only kids. So, as a child, the first literary reading of Borges was Grimm's Fairy Tales. He says that he was educated by his father's library. Father's library, in the sense his father was a very good person, collecting books and also helping the children to read them. So it's a very good habit that when you construct a house, there should be a place for reading, there should be a place, a shelf or a room to keep the books as well. Though technology has advanced today and laptop or iPods and then mobile phones are on the tip of our finger to get any kind of knowledge, but still books, yes, that is what the title, books will never disappear. The importance of books will never disappear. Therefore, though now we are having online classes, we want that the students should write the question answers, that is in the books. We want that they should write the test papers in the papers or books. Therefore, Grimm's Fairy Tales that Borges read was from his father's library. As in Kannada we say, Maneye Modala Pathashale. So, learning begins at home, from home. School or college is not the very important place where you begin your learning. It should begin from home and develop into the other places. He says that from school or college he did not learn more, but from his father's library he learned more. The second question Alifano is person is thankful to the mother and also should be. What does Borges tells about mother? He says, his mother was an extraordinary person. Who was his mother? An extraordinary person. Every mother in the sense we can call an extraordinary person. Mothers are always kind, mothers are always selfless and sacrificing. So, Borges says that her kindness was too good towards Borges. Kindness. Mother and kindness go together. In one of the lines of Shankaracharya, what we read is Kuputram bhavati kumata na bhavati. In the sense, there might be bad kids, sons or daughters, doesn't matter, but there might be bad children, but there may not be bad mothers. That means the kindness of mothers is all the time proved again and again. So he says she was very kind. In fact, he feels somewhat guilty for not being a happy man in order to have given her deserved happiness. Borges feels guilty. Why does he feel guilty? For not giving her much time, not giving her much happiness. I think it is not only Borges' opinion, but it is the opinion of all of us. As we grow older, we try to come out of the cocoon of this mother. We have new friends, we have social media, we have new areas, new places to enjoy and new things to do or discover or maybe innovate. So, naturally we forget or keep aside to make her happy and later we feel guilty. Most of you have watched the Hindi Bollywood movie, that is Oh My God, in which the son who could not come and take his parents, especially his mother, to Kashi and Prayag, that is pilgrimage. She dies that this wish remained unfulfilled and then the son comes from other country. He decides that his mother's last wish should be fulfilled and therefore arranges for a luxurious bus and requests the neighbors and relatives to accompany to this Kashi Yatra so that the soul of his mother, who is already dead, will rest in peace. Is it not very strange that when one is alive, you did not perform your duties, and when one is dead, you want to show that you are a good son or daughter? Yes, most of us feel guilty later. Borges also feels guilty that he could not give her the happiness she was in need of. And he also says that I should have been more understanding of her. Why we take it for granted our mothers or our parents? It is very strange that as we grow, we take it for granted that this is the duty she has to do, this is the duty he has to do, and nothing more than that or less than that. Well, they too are human beings and therefore we should not take them to be granted. Try to understand them because they have given us a new world to live. Naturally, we have to make them happy, not feel guilty about them, or they should not feel guilty. such kids. Borges also says that we feel that we have taken her for granted as we do with the moon or the sun or the seasons. With the moon or sun or seasons, what is our opinion? Our opinion is very clear. The sun shines, sun rises, and then when it is dark, we are damn sure that next day early morning the sun will definitely shine. The moon will come, appear, disappear. On the no moon day, that is Amavasya, we don't feel very bad. Why? We know that the next day itself, moon is going to appear. In the same way, seasons. Rainy season, after that winter season, after that summer season. So these all seasons come as per the nature's law. We don't feel sorry when a season disappears. We know that next year it's going to appear. But mother is not like this. Mother is different from the moon or the sun or the seasons. We take it for granted that it is mother, it is her duty. If she is not visible at home, you enter, you shout at her, where are you? And why are you not here? What were you doing? Why wouldn't you do this? So many objections. So it is not only our opinion, Borges also adds that we have taken it for granted that as the moon appears, the sun appears, seasons appear, after their disappearance, we feel that even mother has that duties she has to do. Nothing more than that. Borges also says that before her death, it doesn't dawn on us. Dawn, that means understand. We don't understand her importance when she is alive. But what is the use of understanding it after her death? I think it is right. The proverb says, don't cry over spilt milk. When the milk is spoiled, split, you cannot have the same milk in the same way. When the mother dies, then don't tell that you felt guilty about that and you couldn't understand it early. We have to understand it early, and that is what education or that is what humanity is. So, Borges says, well, he says his mother was intelligent and a very gracious woman who had no enemies. No? His mother was not only kind, she had no enemies. Most women have no enemies. Most mothers have no enemies. It is very natural. Now he feels very sorry that he couldn't make her more happy. He took it her for granted like the moon, sun or the seasons. But after her death, he understands how important she was. Yes. What is the next question Anifan is asking? Please forgive me, but what is blindness to you? Now the very important question, as I told you, that he lost his eyesight. And therefore, if a person born blind is different from a person who lost or loses eyesight in the mid of the age. So, what is blindness? Now, if a person wins some prize, normal question asked, how do you feel? And what is the natural answer? Yeah, I feel very privileged, I feel very happy, and I feel that my responsibilities are now more towards the society. Yes. But about blindness, is there anything like feeling happiness? Therefore, Alifano says, I am sorry to ask this, but That's an important question. What does Borges reply? Now it's a way of life. Now, what is blindness? It is a way of life. And not unhappy. Look at the two negatives being used here. What do you mean by not unhappy? Of course, happy. What is blindness to Borges? Earlier he felt very sad that he can't see the nature, the world, the people, he can't read, he can't enjoy the things. But after some years, some months, he finds that it's a way of life. Whatever happens is already fixed and we have to adjust to that. And this way of life leading our later years like blind, he says it is not completely unhappy. That means you can find happiness in anything, everything, in all the negative aspects also. You all know that if a glass is half full, in the sense it's a positive attitude. If the glass is half empty, it's a negative attitude. So, Borges says, well, now blindness has become a way of my life and I am not completely unhappy. That means I am quite happy with the situation. He says, whatever happens to him on earth is a resource. Blindness is also a resource. Now, resource in the sense, something that is given to you, you have to shape it. You have to do something skillful, something artistic. Whenever situations arise, difficulties come, we start groaning, we start crying and also ask questions to the Almighty. Why did you give me all these difficulties? Is it not enough that I had already so many difficulties? We complain to the God that you are against my wishes. You are not giving me opportunity to shine in the world. But yes, we have to remember when the door is closed, the God has kept a window somewhere open so that we can find an opportunity or a resource. Borges says that all things are given to us for a purpose and we must feel it more intensely. We must feel it more intensely. With a purpose. Why did he become blind? According to Borges, there is also some purpose behind it. He says, all the misfortunes and humiliations, embarrassments given to us as a raw material so that we may shape our art. Whenever we feel insulted, for example, in 10th examination, 12th examination, students fail in 1 or 2 subjects. It's an insult, it's a disappointment. But what should be the outcome of that? This is the last time I will fail and I will pass hereafter. This should be the attitude. But what do you see? In the very next day or the same day of the result, the student suicided, the student took poison, student fell from the 10th floor or the student drowned into water. This is really unfortunate. The misfortunes or disappointments should be taken in as a challenge and we have to shape our character. See, this is very important. Shape our character. Einstein, who was sent out of the school. Newton, whose teacher told that the student is not at all good to be learned or taught. What about these people? They are the world famous scientists because their mothers took it as a resource and shaped their character. So, Borges also says humiliations, misfortunes and embarrassments, we have to take it in positive way and shape our character. This is really a wonderful message. All is given to us as raw material so that we might shape our character. Each human being is given an opportunity, wrapped in an embarrassment or wrapped in humiliation or insult. We have to unwrap it, look at it and try to change or take it as a challenge and shape our character. So what we can say is, Borges, after becoming blind also, he took it as a resource. He says he is not unhappy, that means he is quite happy. He says all this is given to us to shape our character. Therefore, we might also conclude here that Borges' words, Borges' thoughts are really to be followed. Modern young generation, especially students like you, have to take all the humiliations as resource and take it as a challenge and shape our character or come out with shining colors, good result and good marks to be a good human being. Let us continue our interview, and it is necessary that we go on with a few more questions in the next period. Thank you.